Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lieutenant Governor Casey Cagle.
Thank you very much. It is always indeed an honor to be here with the Georgia Chamber and to continue in the tradition of bringing business leaders and legislators together to talk about the important issues as we begin a new year and a new legislative session. I was kind of hoping that George Israel would have gotten the message from last year to move my Hall County people up a little bit closer. But as I arrived, they're all the way in the back. George, your legislation is going to be all the way in the back in the Senate. I don't understand. But it goes without saying that the 2008 was a year full of economic hardship. And as I look around this room, I recall conversations that I've had with many of you about the tough choices you've been forced to make with your businesses. Behind every job is a person that has to support their family. And I've had to make those tough cuts in business, and I know how difficult it is. And now you sit here at the dawn of a 2009 and wonder what this year will bring. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not here to tell you that this year is going to be an easy one. My job today is to paint a picture of reality while still casting a vision of the possible. To join with you in setting the goals for our future and then working together to make those dreams a reality. Because at my core, it is the people from across this state who I care deeply about. And it is their burden I will carry with me in the days ahead. By all accounts, 2009 is going to present just as many challenges as 2008. While most economists predict that we will find bottom in this new year, just like in business, we have to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. I still believe that Georgia is the greatest state in the nation. Even in these challenging times, people continue to move here. They come because of the strong economic foundation Georgia has built over the years, through key investments that have created a healthy business climate. The busiest airport in the world, Hartsfield-Jackson. The fastest growing ports in the United States, the Georgia ports. And our outstanding research universities such as Georgia, Georgia Tech, Emory, and the Medical College of Georgia. Strategic investments of the past built the Georgia of today, a state that is a national economic powerhouse, the capital of the South. We cannot afford to rest on our laurels and successes of the past. We must plan for future successes by planting the seeds of tomorrow's economic drivers today. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 40 days. 40 days in this legislative session to set the tone for Georgia for the entire year. 40 days to balance a budget that is currently more than $2 billion short. What we do in these next 40 days will impact every one of you in this room and every citizen in our state. The time to write the agenda for Georgia's future is now. Let there be no mistake. My number one priority for this session is to balance this budget, not by seeking the aid of creative revenue enhancements, but by making the tough decisions to fund essential government services and cut those that are not. I am not interested in using Georgia's economic hardship to play political games. And I am not interested in losing valuable time on issues that are not critical to getting us through this economy. Through sound principled decision making, we will balance our budget. We will put ourselves on the path towards economic recovery by making the tough choices today of sound financial stewardship with a focus on strategic investments that will build the Georgia of tomorrow. So as we work to prepare our state for the future, we should use this opportunity to invest in the needed infrastructures of our state. We need at least 4,000 new road miles and more than $50 billion worth of investment to get us to where we need to be on transportation. We need a statewide transportation plan managed under a new business structure. The old way is just not getting the job done. We need funding, consensus, and most of all, innovation. And I look forward to working with the governor and the speaker to make this a reality. Now, protecting our water resources must remain a top priority if we want to continue to grow in population and economic prosperity. The United States Supreme Court decision yesterday not to take up our state's petition to preserve the water in Lake Lanier is inexcusable. We have been a good steward of our water resources, and it is unacceptable for bureaucrats in Washington or politicians in other states to try to dictate to us how to manage Georgia water. As long as I am a statewide elected official, I will not stop fighting to protect our water resources, and I will do whatever it takes. Make no mistake, water will be the major issue for the next decade. When it comes to Georgia water on Georgia soil, we cannot retreat. We must defend at all costs. I have always tried to base my leadership style on a simple set of core principles: integrity, honesty, and accountability. These are the values that I applied to running my first business, to starting my first bank, and to becoming a public servant. They are the principles of good business, and I believe they should be the principles of good government as well. As a businessman, I met a payroll. I've been accountable to shareholders, and I know what it's like to have employees count on you to make sound business decisions. The Lieutenant Governor has an even greater responsibility. As elected officials, we are accountable to every citizen in this state. They count on us to make tough decisions, to stand up and lead on their behalf, and they are counting on us now more than ever. John F. Kennedy Jr. once said, "The Chinese use 2 brushstrokes to write the word crisis. One brushstroke stands for danger, the other for opportunity. In a crisis, be aware of the danger, but recognize the opportunity." As we enter the 2009 Georgia General Assembly, there will be those who try to focus in on the danger, but we must prevail in finding the opportunities. Thank you so much, and God bless you, and God bless Georgia.